One of the other things that I thought was brilliant. It was your analysis of what's going on in the Middle East. To the best of my knowledge, none of the other candidates, Democratic, Republican, if frankly the media isn't even talking about the role that global climate change is playing, particularly in the crisis in Syria. And you have raised that. Can you speak to that?
Well, thank you, and thanks for noticing that. I talked about climate change in reference to it, how it compounded and exacerbated the threat in Syria, and almost in a casual way, and with a reporter on the air. And I was amazed at the way the Republicans rose up to say that I somehow didn't understand what was going on, and I was equally gratified to see so many smart people in our security agencies and the Defense Department rise up to say that's exactly what happened. And what happened was this. And because of climate change, we are seeing longer and more exaggerated periods of extreme weather, including drought. Several years ago, an extreme drought hit Syria. It drove farmers off of their land into the cities, where their government was not capable of providing for the needs of its people. Unrest followed as people couldn't feed their own kids and feed their families. That was followed by a crackdown by Bashar al-Assad and the Syrian regime. That led to greater protests. That led to civil war. And that led to the cascading effects that gave an opening for ISIS to emerge here, and then actually turn not only on the Syrian people, but to turn on Iraq as well. So climate change and the effects of climate change is absolutely a threat multiplier in this new era that we find ourselves in. And we need a new foreign policy that's more nimble, more far-seeing, and better able to identify these threats as they are arising and take action with like-minded nations to mitigate these threats, rather than waiting until a point where it seems like our only options are bad ones, namely military, American boots on the ground or not. We need a more far-seeing national security strategy, and that's one of the most glaring examples of the need for that new strategy.